Hello, it is Halloween, so happy Halloween to everybody. I'm having all trick today and no treat. First of all, my right shoulder and right hip have been feeling like they're out of joint for I want to say months. They felt that way. And I'm thinking it's because of when I fell on Easter. So that's been quite some time ago, April or May. But that's the only thing I can think of that affected my right side, because I step off of 2 steps, and I thought I was stepping off of 1, threw off my balance, and I slammed up against the door with my right side. Threw me for a loop. I almost passed out because it really whipped my neck and my head. That's the only thing I can think of that probably did a number on that right shoulder and right hip. Well, they've been hurting, and the right shoulder especially has been hurting for a while. But now my right hip has been hurting, and it seems like it wants to hurt the most when I'm trying to sleep, when I'm laying down. So consequently, I've been sleeping like crap, and the mouse has made a reappearance. It started making its scratching noises at 3:30, so I've got to get one of those humane traps, get rid of that. But on top of my shoulder and hip, this morning, my lower back feels like it's out of joint. So I'm having a real fun day today. Jasmine tag. Jasmoween. She did not answer or make a comment on my corny Halloween video, my spooky story about her. So I don't know why I'm answering her tag. She doesn't answer or leave comments on my videos. Question 1. Would I be the first killed, the killer or the skeptic, in a horror film? Oh, I don't know which I would be. I suppose I can speak to who I would like to be. I know that a lot of people say that the villains get the best roles, that it's a lot of fun to play the villain. But I think I would rather be the hero. I would rather be somebody inspirational and strong, the person that kicks the killer's butt at the end. Sort of like Jamie Lee in the Halloween films. The one that survives. The smart one. Question 2. For a Halloween pet, would I prefer a black cat, a wolf, or a bat? Now, probably what I would prefer would be the wolf, because I like dogs. But I think black cats are cool. I've always liked black cats. So of those 3, it would be a toss-up between black cat and wolf, but I'll go with black cat. I've never had a cat. Question 3. Halloween or Christmas? Which do you prefer? I'm going to go with Christmas. Christmas is big in my family. Always has been. I like it. I like the decorations. I like the music. I like the smells. Pine and Christmas things baking, and I just prefer it to Halloween. Halloween is fun, but I prefer Christmas. The older I get, the less I really am into like horror films. I've talked about this before. I think it's because modern horror is too, for my taste, it's too graphic. I don't find it scary, I find it disturbing. I don't enjoy seeing people tortured graphically. I don't enjoy seeing them screaming while, they're having their body cut in two and blood is squirting everywhere. That's not scary to me, that's disturbing. I prefer the old horror movies that are suspenseful and creepy, but not disturbing. I know somebody was talking about, who was it? Was it me or somebody had a question about favorite horror films? One of the ones that, there are some modern horror films that I do like. Blair Witch, I thought was good. There again, there's no torture. There's no like, what's that stupid thing with the leather head, with the leather mask, running around with the chainsaw, cutting people in half? Texas Chainsaw. There's nothing like that in it. It's all suspenseful. It's all about what you don't see, which to me is infinitely more terrifying than graphically showing somebody screaming while they're being cut to ribbons. Blair Witch was good, but one that I thought of that I forgot to mention, and I can't think of the exact title, came out a few years ago. Well, probably more than a few now. But it's about a virus and a reporter and a fire crew. The reporter went and her cameraman went to a fire station to do a report at the firehouse, and while they're there they get an emergency call and they rush to this apartment house where they get locked in because there is a virus inside the building, and they get locked in. I can't think of what it's called, but that is a scary movie. I saw that one in the theater, and it was very creepy. Another one that I saw on TV that I thought was creepy and eerie. Now this one is a little bit more graphic. The other, the one about the virus in the hotel, that's kind of graphic too, although again, a lot of it is what you don't see because it's very dark and the action is very fast. So it's like dealing with a spider or a bug in the room that crawls so fast and where is it? It's that kind of fear, which I think is much more scary. But the other one is, I think it might be called Descent or something. It's a group of women cavers that go to this cave to explore it, and they go down deep, and then there's this race of cannibalistic, horrible beings down there that proceed to kill them one by one. And that type of motion is also very fast, and the way they move is very quick and fast, and it's in the dark and it's in the light, and that is very scary. I think it might be called The Descent. Anyway, back to Jasmine's tag. Haunted or haunting? Would you rather be haunted, or would you rather, I guess, be a haunter? I don't know. I think a little bit of being haunted would be fun. Depends on if the spooky is violent or not. I think haunting somebody would be loads of fun. I just realized I'm holding the camera the way Robbie hates. Happy Halloween, Robbie. So I would have to choose being the haunter. I think that would be hysterical. And then the last question is, which do you prefer, buying or making your costume? Making the costume all the way. When I was a kid, myself, it was more of a thing to make the costume, although it was segueing into, in the 70s, buying store-bought costumes, plastic masks and stuff. My older brothers and sisters, who were born in the 50s, they had more homemade costumes. I prefer that. I think it shows a lot more imagination and a lot more charm than going to the store and buying something made out of plastic. So anyway, those are my answers to your question, Jasmine. I hope everybody's having a great Halloween. I was going to start washing the house windows today. I want to get them all washed. There's a buttload of windows in our house, and they're the old-fashioned windows, double hung, and it can be a pain in the ass to try and wash them all, but I want to take all the curtains down and wash them and wash all the windows, hopefully before the holidays. And thank God the forecast is for a warmer than usual November, so I'll have that on my side. But like I said, unfortunately, along with my right shoulder and right hip, now my lower back has a crick in it, so I don't know if I'm going to start that today or see if I feel better tomorrow. Bye. It's not shutting off.